الصوت كثير مقطع.
طيب. So we were talking about the research process, and we were talking about evolutionary process. To iterate the evolutionary process, investigation will take place within the current boundary of the world knowledge, as we've seen from the diagram. The current body of the world knowledge. And you have to digest this information as a researcher, then you have to evaluate what is available. This search or the investigation, it's not a clear cut, meaning it might not come up with what the appropriate result you are looking for, but it will evolve over the time. And with the time, with the more research, it might evolve and you can come up with something. It will take time for idea to mature. It requires a lot of reading, a lot of reference, a lot of knowledge to mature the idea. My pursuit did the end, like we've seen in here, discovery, nothing discovered, it's a dead end. You go back to the beginning. And I create more question to answers, more challenges. You have to go back to the step one, but you don't change the topic. You go to the body knowledge of the world to research more, to answer these questions. Eventually, and hopefully, it will pay off and you will discover something valuable. When you discover, to go to communicate your discovery. Then the discovery is distributed. How we distribute the discovery? Talk to papers, تنشرها. You go to conferences. There's a lot of conferences. You can present your finding. Or you, in our case, you need to present your finding to us. Internal presentation. تنشرها one of the magazine journals that is in the subject, or one of the magazine that is related to the subject, and you discuss it to the appropriate people, the people who are interested in the same subject. And now we'll talk about research process, intellectual discovery. Intellectual discovery. Intellectual discoveries it is your own reasoning process. When you find something, you start to formulate your reasoning, your intellectual ideas, and present it or as discoveries for your own. When you form your intellectual discoveries, it required a lot of personal and more complex analytical skills from the researcher. You're looking for a question to answer. You are following a complex process, inductive and deductive reasoning. inductive and deductive. I'm gonna stop here for a couple of seconds and